So let us look at the next question. Consider the elements magnesium, aluminium, sulfur, phosphorus and silicon. The correct increasing order of their first ionization enthalpy is, okay, a question from periodic table related to ionization enthalpy, right? So let me put them according to their groups. So we have magnesium first, followed by aluminium, then we have silicon, followed by phosphorus and then sulfur. Magnesium belongs to group 2, then you have 13, 14, 15 and 16. Now as you go from left to right, your ionization enthalpy should increase. Yes, okay, that is a general trend, right? But here there is one factor which plays a very important role, and that is the electronic configuration, okay? So if you look at the electronic configuration of aluminium, the outermost shell is 3s2 3p1, okay? For sulfur it is 3s2 and 3p4, okay? So if I remove one electron from the p orbital of aluminium, I will get a stable electronic configuration of 3s2, right? So it will be easier to remove an electron from aluminium as compared to magnesium, which has a outermost shell electronic configuration of 3s2, right? So aluminium will have a lower ionization enthalpy as compared to magnesium, okay? And as you go right, ionization enthalpy increases. Let us compare sulfur and phosphorus. I remove one electron from sulfur, I get 3p3. So that is a half filled electronic configuration, that will be stable. Phosphorus, we have 3s2 and 3p3. It is already half filled, so you need to supply more amount of energy to remove that one electron from phosphorus. That's why the correct order will be aluminium will be less than magnesium, which will be less than silicon. Silicon will be less than sulfur, and maximum will be phosphorus. So the correct option over here is option 4, guys. Okay, I hope you have understood this. Let us move on to the next question. The electrode potential of M2 plus M of 3D series elements shows positive value for copper, zinc, cobalt, Fe. If I can recollect the electrochemical series correctly, we have hydrogen at the center, right? Here the value is 0. Only one element out of all the 4 is above hydrogen, and that is copper, right? It has a value of plus 0.34. Rest all the elements given over here are below hydrogen, that is their value is negative. So answer to this question is option 1, guys. Okay, a very easy question if you are able to recollect the electrochemical series, guys. Okay, let us look at the next question. A HOCl plus H2O2 gives H3O plus Cl minus and O2. I2 plus H2O2 plus 2OH minus gives 2I minus plus H2O2 plus O2. H2O2 acts as oxidizing agent in equation A and B. H2O2 acts as oxidizing and reducing agent respectively in equation A and B. H2O2 acts as reducing agent in equations A and B. H2O2 acts as reducing and oxidizing agent respectively in equation A and B. See, what we have to look for is the oxidation state of the element which is involved, right? So here chlorine is +1, it gets converted to -1. So reduction is taking place because oxidation number is decreasing, right? I2 over here is 0, and from 0 it gets converted to -1. So again the oxidation number is decreasing, so reduction is taking place. So in both the cases H2O2 is acting as a reducing agent, guys, right? So answer to this question is option 3. Okay, just take care of the oxidation states and you will be able to solve this question. right? Let us look at the next question. Again, a question from organic chemistry. In the following reaction, the reason why metanitro product also formed is, okay, we have aniline treated with conc HNO3, conc H2SO4, giving you paranitroaniline, metanitroaniline, and orthonitroaniline. We know that there is a lone pair on nitrogen. Because of that, it will act as ortho-para-directing, that is, it is an activating group. We know that nitrogen has a lone pair, that's why it is an activating group, so it is ortho-para-directing, right? Now here it will also act as a base with an acid. Once it is acting as a base, it will accept H plus and form NH3 plus ion, that is, it will give you anilinium ion, right? NH2 is orthopara directing, but anilinium ion is meta directing, and that's why you're getting 47% of a metanitro product. Let us look at the options. Formation of anilinium ion, yes, this is correct. Let us look at other conditions as well. Low temperature, no. NO2 substitution always takes place at meta position. No, it depends on the first substituent. If your first substituent is orthopara directing, then NO2 will go at orthopara position, and if your first substituent is meta directing, then it will go at meta position, right? The last option is NH2 is highly meta directing. No, it is orthopara directing, right? So the correct answer to this question is option 1, guys. Okay. So we are done with the first 10 questions. Let us look at the next question.